Alright, hello, what's up? It's Gokama. Welcome to the channel, and I was able to make it for one more stream of Tokon, Marvel Tokon Fighting Souls. So this weekend is the second beta playtest. I got to play a bit on Friday night, but the last few days, or last couple days, I've been pretty busy. I was actually out of town for the weekend, but I was able to come back at early enough time, and I can at least try to play for the next like couple hours, and then call it a night. Before I get started on playing Marvel Tokon, and actually before I start giving out like my thoughts about the game, so something big has apparently happened over the last day or so. Apparently Netflix bought Warner Brothers. Like, that's some shit. And I don't necessarily know like what this is gonna mean. Like no one knows what this is gonna mean. Like we don't even know if this is gonna be a good or a bad thing. Like we don't know what any of this could possibly mean. And to be clear, like any direct effect from this buyout or merger, I don't know, whatever the fuck it's supposed to be called, it really won't be felt for like at least like the next couple years or so, because it takes a while to get the ball rolling on these things. First and foremost, I already know what's gonna happen. Layoffs. Layoffs are totally gonna fucking happen. They always do. When these things happen, you can count on layoffs happening. More than likely, like across the board. From Warner Brothers, like movies, TV, to games, possibly even the comic books. But I don't know. We'll have to see. So Warner Brothers is made up of, and it's funny that we're talking about Warner Brothers and we're talking about DC and Mortal Kombat and whatever, because this is the complete opposite of this, of what we have going on. But of course it's fitting that something like that would happen this weekend. But yeah, so Warner Brothers has their hands in a few different cookie jars. They have movies, they have TV, I believe they have music, they have comic books, they have animation, they have games. So they got, Warner Brothers has a lot going on. And we know Netflix has always been primarily just a streaming service, where they've had movies, and TV shows. And for them, this is so first and foremost, the acquisition of Warner Brothers gives them an entire library of shit. So the one good thing that could come from this is that, so over in HBO Max, one of the issues that I've had with it is that they have so much DC animations that are not on there. Like, a Warner Brothers owned streaming service does not actually have their own fucking content. that they have made, you know, over the last few decades. This could give an opportunity to have the entire, you know, DC animated library, whether it's animated series, whether it's the animated movies. We might be able to have a platform that supports all of that. Like, we will have somewhere where we can access all of it, because like you go to HBO Max and it's like, dude, it is fucking bare what they have on there. Like, seriously, Netflix, depending on the country, like Japan, they actually have like more fucking DC content, like DC animated content, than fucking HBO Max does. So, and also, speaking of, that's also another thing, is like, all right, well, we're not gonna have two streaming platforms, not for, you know, not you know, I mean, for a while we will, but pretty soon people are going to be like, all right, well, what's the point of having HBO Max? Because now, you know, Netflix, you know, owns Warner Brothers, and for sure, like, Netflix isn't going to split the market. And also, HBO Max is only available in America, maybe probably Canada, so it's probably only available in North America. I don't know if it's available anywhere else from there. It's sure as shit not available here in Japan. So somewhere down the line, it is likely that there is a possibility that that HBO Max will go defunct, and we'll start seeing Warner Brothers content exclusively on Netflix, where it'll have the greatest reach. Because right now you can only watch, you know, like, only people in North America can watch HBO Max content. And, you know, if there's going to be new stuff coming out, like, Netflix wants to maximize their viewership, and they can only do that if they put that shit on Netflix, which more than likely they will. So it'll be interesting to see how that plays out, especially, you know, the next few months with the content that they have that's been coming out, that has already come out, especially recently, like things like Peacemaker, stuff like that, stuff that's coming up, like the Green Lantern series. So yeah, it'll be interesting to see what happens when like the Green Lantern series come out. Like, are you going to just leave that for HBO Max, or are you going to bring it over to Netflix? I mean, I would like to say we know the answer. The obvious answer would be just bring it over to Netflix, and like, now everyone all over the world can watch it. Whereas if you just leave it for HBO Max, like, there's no one to watch it. And I don't know, like, where else you can watch Peacemaker except for HBO Max, like in other countries. Well, actually, no. So in Japan, my bad. So in Japan, there is a separate app that where you can watch Peacemaker and stuff like that. I don't know if, because of like certain deals, you know, if that's going to affect that or not, with being able to have access to those shows. Because a good example of this is WWE. WWE made a deal with Netflix, right? So over in America and even in other countries, you can watch WWE content. You know, you can watch new episodes of Raw. At the very least, in America, you can watch new episodes of Raw every week, and I think they also have their premium live events and stuff like that. But in other countries, you have access to everything. You have Raw, NXT, SmackDown, premium live events, like whatever the fuck. But over here in Japan, yeah, you got nothing. And that's mostly because they made a deal with another provider, like sometime shortly before the whole Netflix thing went down. So it could be some. I don't know what the deal is. I haven't looked into it, but all depending on what the deal was, it could be some time before that deal is over, and then they're able to bring WWE content to Netflix in Japan. But right now, in Japan, like, we got no WWE anything, nothing at all whatsoever. So that's what I mean, you know. So this could be an issue with other streaming providers from other countries that have worked out deals to air this content on their platforms. So we'll have to see how so we have to see how that will play out. Also, speaking of WWE, another jar that Warner Brothers has their hand in, and that's also wrestling. They have AEW, or at least they've been airing. I don't know. I don't think they own AEW or have any type of ownership with AEW, but they do have, you know, like television rights and stuff like that, and or something. I don't know, but I know they have something to do with AEW. I don't know the extent of it. Yeah, are you going to start airing AEW stuff on Netflix while you also made a deal with WWE? Are you allowed to do that? Can you do that? Is everyone cool with that if they do that? Like, what is going on there? So yeah, that's another very like interesting aspect to as well. Like, you know, Warner Brothers has AEW, Netflix has WWE. Like, are you going to have both programs on Netflix? I mean, that'd be kind of cool, you know, but is that what we're going to do? You know, I know for now we'll have AEW, you know, on HBO Max. But at some point, HBO Max is going down, and then what are you going to do with AEW? Are you just going to leave AEW for television? You know, or are you going to put it on Netflix? And I mean, I don't think Netflix wants to necessarily like leave stuff for television. They want to fucking air it themselves. Like, fucking leave it for television. But then that also brings up, you know, again, streaming deals and stuff like that with other countries. So yeah, that's something else we got to wait and see on. You know, then we have the, you know, their movies, you know, the movie content. You got to believe that, yeah, they're going to be moving that huge ass library to Netflix. You know, there's supposed to be a new Harry Potter series, like, you know, which I think is still like maybe a ways out from being released, and I would think by the time it's ready to be released, it's gonna be on Netflix. It's gonna be on fucking Netflix. So there's that. Then you have DC, and we have no idea what's going on. There's been some comments made on both sides in regards to DC, but I feel like they're very vague comments, like nothing that's confirming anything. I know, of course, there's a certain sect of people who are taking this as like as the means for the Snyderverse to return. which is pretty fucking dumb. I do not believe that at this point the Snyderverse will be returning in any way. And I don't know why they would think Netflix gives a shit about restoring the Snyderverse. I know like they're trying really hard to put two and two together because Zack Snyder has worked on movies for Netflix, which I hear has been questionable quality. I wouldn't know. I never watched it. There's never been anything about the Rebel Moon movies that has made me want to watch it. There just hasn't. But they feel like, oh, this is a way in for Zack Snyder to come in and continue his vision of Justice League, and I don't think that's gonna happen for lots of reasons. Like, first off, literally everyone has moved the fuck on, but the small, very vocal fan base that is trying desperately to sell you on the idea that this is going to happen. I mean, look at the actors that have been associated to Justice League. Henry Cavill has certainly moved on again. He has movies lined up. He's supposed to be in Highlander. He's supposed to be in a Voltron movie. And he's supposed to have a Warhammer thing going on. Don't necessarily know what's up with that, but he has a lot on his plate, and now he has to fit like all of a sudden like Justice League. Ben Affleck, like, motherfucker's done. He is fucking he is done with this shit. Like, this has done nothing for Ben Affleck. He's already shared his fuck, what's the word? English is hard. But yeah, okay, distaste. He's already shared his distaste being part of these movies. And Ben Affleck has other things going on, and I don't know if he wants to get back into Batman shape. Considering that, like, he's way older now than he was when he first played Batman. I mean, everyone is, honestly, like, everyone is older than when they first started playing these characters. I'm looking up now. Yeah, so Ben Affleck's like 53. I mean, he's still capable of playing Batman, really. That's if he wants to. He may not want to. You got Jason Momoa. He's definitely moved on from Aquaman. He has this opportunity to play Lobo, which is what he's always fucking wanted. This motherfucker has always wanted to play Lobo. And what does the DCEU give him? Aquaman. Like people, you have the embodiment of a perfect Lobo. in the same way that you've had the embodiment of like, you know, um Patrick Stewart as Professor X, Ryan Reynolds as that, even though people like hate him now, but at the time, at the time, you did. Um, but yeah, it's like, but with Jason Momoa as Lobo, like that's at that level where this is like the casting just writes itself, and they're like, hey, you're gonna be Aquaman, like that's what we're gonna do. But yeah, he gets the opportunity to play Lobo, and I don't think he's gonna be too happy on giving that up. I think if he has his option, like, okay, do you want to play Aquaman or do you want to play as Lobo? Like, motherfucker's gonna pick Lobo because that's what he's been fighting for. You know, of course, like, he's gonna say yeah to Aquaman at the time because, like, he kind of needed a job. He didn't have too much going on at that time. So, of course, like, you know, for Justice League, like, yeah, he's gonna say yes to playing as Aquaman. You know, he's not gonna turn that down. And you know, he ended up doing the first Aquaman movie, which made like over $1 billion. Sure, second movie was garbage. You know, but with that success, it brought him so many roles, and that's and when he originally agreed to Aquaman, that's what he wanted, right? He needed a huge boost in his career because first and foremost, he needs a job. You know, he needs money, and now he's got that. You know, by saying yes to Aquaman all those years ago. You know, Gal Gadot, like, you know, people have very critical feelings of Gal Gadot. Ray Fisher, like, has anyone seen him? I've never seen Ray Fisher in anything. Like, is he someone who just, like, I don't know, exists to have played Cyborg for a movie? And that's that. And then there's Ezra Miller. Yeah, motherfucker ain't coming back. Motherfucker ain't getting rehired for this shit. So, yeah, so with that being said, you know, it's been several years, even since the Justice League Zack Snyder cut. And for them to get the ball rolling on a new Justice League movie from Zack Snyder, dude, that's gonna be like another like fucking 5 years. That's not gonna happen. Right now, Netflix already, you know, because with Warner Brothers, they already have shit in place, shit that they're currently working on for this new DC universe, and I don't think Netflix is going to cancel that. So they could go back to something that we already know that failed. Despite what anyone may feel about this current DC universe, you know, they're only like one movie in, they're only like a couple series in, and there's huge potential. Now, whether that goes anywhere or not remains to be seen, but there is huge potential. So they're looking at, okay, the huge potential versus something that has tried and failed. You know, and also something that's currently ongoing, and something that had stopped in its tracks years ago. So I think that's what's gonna go on with. I think as far as DC goes, I think we're going to continue these line of movies, despite what a small vocal group of people on the internet would have you believe. I do not believe the Snyderverse will be restored. I could be wrong, but I do not believe so, and no one can prove that it's going to be restored unless someone says something official. Yeah, but we also don't know that the DCU is going to be continued either, because again, nothing has been straight up confirmed or officialized. So we'll have to wait and see. So, all right, that's DC. Another thing related to DC is their comic books. Who the fuck knows? Like, first off, their last merger, I don't think that affected the comic book side of things. So I think they're just gonna go ignored. Like, I think what's gonna happen is Netflix buys out Warner Brothers, and they're just gonna let the comics do their thing. But I don't know. I could be very wrong. We'll have to see what happens. But nothing happened to them, I believe, with the last merger. I don't think anything's gonna happen with this merger. It was the same thing with Marvel when Marvel got bought out by Disney. Like, the comic book line got like largely ignored for the most part. There were some executive meddling, but it was at a minimum. But overall, like, they weren't like largely affected or anything. So comic books seem to just get ignored. It's like, oh cool, we make comic books, and that's it. Now the last thing, and the thing that I think affects me the most as a gamer, is what the fuck is gonna happen to their gaming division? Netflix is not necessarily known as a gaming company. They have dabbled in games that are mostly mobile. Maybe games that you can play like on your PC as well, or something, but they have no experience in making any type or form of a AAA game. It's just they have no experience in that. And with buying out Warner Brothers, that gives them now like a few companies. I don't know all the companies that Warner Brothers has, but of course, like, we know they have Rocksteady, and we know they have NetherRealm. Rocksteady has recently made their most recent game was their Suicide Squad game, which was a total fucking bomb. And who knows where we go from there with that and with Rocksteady. You have NetherRealm, who's still been a pretty active studio. They've been consistently making Mortal Kombat games, and even though it's been a while, they have made a couple Injustice games. Unfortunately, Mortal Kombat 1 wasn't quite the hit that Warner Brothers was expecting, but it does sound like there was some corporate meddling when it came down to Mortal Kombat. Like, it seemed like Mortal Kombat was supposed to have more time to cook. Like, as far as development goes, like, they were supposed to have I think Mortal Kombat was supposed to be released later than it was, but Warner Brothers rushed it because fucking Suicide Squad failed, and they needed to cover their asses, and they used Mortal Kombat to do that. But unfortunately, that kind of burned Mortal Kombat, and still fucked Warner Brothers anyways. It did nothing for anyone. Instead, it just hurt everyone involved, especially NetherRealm. So with that being said, this is very confusing, because with the acquisition of Warner Brothers, Netflix gets Mortal Kombat. Netflix is primarily a video content company. They will see Mortal Kombat as a thing where they can make movies or series on to release it on their platform. And I think they will be more interested in doing that than making Mortal Kombat games. Overall, they're going to be more interested in just making content for Netflix than making games. I don't know. I don't see them all of a sudden getting into the realm of gaming, like AAA gaming. You know, yeah, they might use this to make like fucking shitty mobile games, or something like, you know, with Mortal Kombat, or I don't know, whatever. But yeah, if they make the decision to not really do anything significant with these companies, either the only other than letting them shut down, the only other thing that I could think of is, you know, just releasing them out in the wild or selling them. You know, like like selling NetherRealm, selling Rocksteady, you know, to whoever. And but the problem is that, let's say NetherRealm, let's say they're allowed, regardless of what happens, like let's say they're allowed to go their own separate way and be their own separate entity. Well, that's cool and everything, except they won't have a Mortal Kombat. That has literally been their thing, is Mortal Kombat, since they started as a company. And all of a sudden, they don't have a Mortal Kombat anymore. They lost their entire fucking identity. And now as a company, like, they have to start completely from scratch, you know, with something all new. Like, dude. Because there's no way they're going to let NetherRealm keep Mortal Kombat. Like, Netflix is gonna want that because there is some serious potential for movies, for TV, for animation, like whatever, you know. And they're going to, I believe Netflix is going to see more value in that than like just making games. Again, could be wrong, but it's tough to say right now. Right now, everything is pretty early. Everything is pretty fresh. We won't really know the ramifications of all this, what direction Netflix is going to go, what they're going to do, till we're probably months, maybe even years down the line. So I don't know. We'll see what happens. It's kind of crazy. It's all kind of crazy. But I don't know. We'll have to wait and see what happens. You know, that's all we can do right now. And play Marvel Tokon. Because there might not be another Mortal Kombat. Yeah, so apparently there is another beta that's going on at the same time as Marvel Tokon, and that just so happens to be Avatar: The Last Airbender. There's an Avatar: Last Airbender fighting game that is in development that also had a beta, and I've got to see videos of this beta, and yeah, this game seems pretty fucking legit. Like it's gonna be a pretty deep fighting game. Like, it's gonna be a fucking serious fighter. from everything that I've seen of it. Which is cool. It's always good to have new fighting games and fighting games that help push things as a fighter. I think the last new fighting game we got was the new Hunter x Hunter fighting game, but to be honest, I don't know if it's because like I'm not a fan of Hunter x Hunter, but I've watched like a tournament or so of Hunter x Hunter, and I can't say that I care for the game at all. Like it does nothing for me, like at all. It does not soil my loins in any way. If anything, it just dries it up. Like I just, it's not bad, but other than that, it does nothing for me at all. But this new Avatar game, this could do a whole lot for me. I may not play it and get into it or anything, but I'm very much looking forward to seeing tournaments of this. Like seeing like high skilled play in this game. It could be wild. It could be like fucking wild. So we'll have to see how that goes. Unfortunately, it's caused a lot of people to also be talking because of course like people can't be happy to have two nice things at the same time. We gotta like hate things. We gotta create discourse and shit, and that's what we're doing. So now you have people who are talking shit about Marvel Tokon. There's like certain issues that they have with the game, which is fair. Granted, like this is a beta, and these problems like should be voiced out. So Arc System Works can continue to refine the game. This game is still ways to be released as far as we know. And a lot of issues that we have could be fixed, but I don't think like just completely now like dismissing the game and tearing it down and is a way to go about it. Like I'm happy we're getting a new Marvel fighting game. This is just the beta. The whole point of this is to simply bring up like all the things that are wrong, all the things that are good, and in hopes that somewhere down the line they will refine the game and fix all the problems that we have and make the things that are good better, or improved upon in some way. But to already sit here and already completely write off this game is like ridiculous. Like, give it a fucking chance, people. Like, this is a fucking beta. And now like everyone is on like Avatar Last Airbender's junk, which is fine. Everything that I saw from the videos that I saw of this game over the weekend, it's pretty hype. Like it is pretty good. Like the mechanics and shit is a lot. Like, there's a lot going on in this game. Maybe too much going on. I don't know. That's what I felt. I felt like I'm not even playing, and I feel overwhelmed by all the shit going on. But it looks really good, and the things you can do, and I'm really interested in seeing what high level play will look like. For this game, like I really want to see how like how tournaments will shape up with this game. You know, but it's like, come on, like we can have like two nice things and be able to support it. We don't have to like tear down one thing, you know, like for the other. Like, and it happens a lot with fighting games, man. Like it really does. Like, you know, I remember when Dragon Ball Fighters came out, which was really cool. You know, like, oh, we have like, you know, a fucking tag Dragon Ball fighting game made by Arc System Works. Like, dude, that's a big fucking deal. But that alone is somehow not enough. We have to now take Marvel vs. Capcom and fucking drag that through the dirt. You know, and I get that Infinite didn't measure up. That's fine. That's fair. But are we really gonna ignore the impact that they have had since X-Men Children of the Atom all the way to Marvel vs. Capcom 3? You know, Marvel vs. Capcom 2, when there wasn't too much going on with fighting games after the 2000s, for like a decade, Marvel vs. Capcom 2 locked that shit down. It was one of the pillars of the fighting game community, of tournaments. And we get a shiny new toy and it's like, okay, like fuck the old toy, like it's old, it's we don't want anything to do with it anymore, despite the decades of happiness that it brought us. So it's like, I really hate that shit. It's like, you can totally praise like another fucking game without like forcing to drag another one. You know, I think that's really stupid. So yeah, those are my thoughts about that. All right, anyways, I have really babbled for a long time, and this is not going to be a long stream at all. I'm probably just going to play for like an hour. So with that being said,
Marvel Tokon Fighting Souls.
let's all right, I want to do the am I even allowed to do CPU? Am I still allowed to do CPU? All right, I'm gonna go through with this.
Captain America, Ms. Marvel, Spider-Man, Ghost Rider. Get ready. Doctor Doom, Iron Man, Storm, Star-Lord. Get ready.
Oh shit, they still left. Oh, you know what? The day may not be over because I'm in Japan. So I probably still have access to CPU battles. Okay. god. Oh my god. This motherfucker. Bitch, I can do that shit too. You ain't special.
Round 3. Fight!
Motherfucker. Oh shit. He's trying to do shit. Ah shit.
お前のような暴君に地球を渡しはしない。その野望、何度でも叩き潰す。
Winner! Player 1!
Alright, I wanted... Okay, so the CPU battle still works for me for now. I don't know when it's gonna end. Oh, should be maybe soonish? If anything, it should have technically been over, I think. I don't know. I don't know my time zones. So, Alright. So I want to do this again. To revisit certain mechanics.
Brace yourself! Round 1! Fight!
While I'm trying to get comfortable in my fucking chair. Alright. No. Okay, there we go. Okay. So we got these basics. Of course. So if I do that, that's just normally it. If I do this, keeps recovering. And of course, that's the big uppercut. The launcher. I'm like using this to fuck around with the combos. Oh, he's gonna block. Don't let me like. Motherfucker. Okay. So this is stuff that I didn't know before. So all right. So basically R2, and also you can perform these moves directionally. You know, like this is down the back and punch, and of course. Oh, okay. I guess there's only like maybe 2 different versions of it. Alright, so all his moves can be done in the air except for this one. So basically, like, that's his special move button. But I don't think... But I don't think with R2 that it lets you, like, it lets you do the easy versions, but I don't think, you know, so, like, if I do that, if I just press R2, it just does that, which is alternatively down to forward square. But if I do down to forward triangle, he angles it. So that's what's square, and then he angles it down. That is useful. Because if I just jump in the air and do that, and press R2, he's just gonna do that. That's not as useful. But this, yeah. Oh, this is gonna be hella fucking useful. Makes you wonder why this is never a thing in the Mars Cap, I think. I could be wrong. Anyways, okay. And then we have... Okay, so that's that. And then if... Alright, and if I do... Okay. So that is... Oh, Spider Menace denounced. What? I like how the Baxter building and the Avengers building are like right fucking next to each other. What else? What is that next to them? There's like a third building there, but I don't know what's up with that. Alright, anyways. Okay, so if I do a Dragon Punch motion, that comes out. If I do it with square. If I do it with triangle. Okay, it's basically just a stronger version. Again, I don't think I have access to that if I just hit R2. Or maybe I have to hit another button with it.
シールドストライクシールドストライクシールドストライク
Nah, I don't know. I don't know if there's an alternate way. So yeah. Oh, okay. The circle version is basically the EX version. That's why I keep accidentally doing my moves. Or I keep wasting meter because I'm trying to do stuff and I just happen to hit circle when I do it. Alright. So but yeah, from what I see, and I could be wrong, but it may not be possible to do alternate version, you know, their triangle versions of their moves by simply using R2. So if you're, you know, being simple and basic about using their moves, like you kind of like you're kind of limiting yourself because now it's like, oh, I can just press R2 to do this in the air. It's like, yeah. Or you can fucking do this. You know, like, you know, this is useless if the person's on the ground. So if the person's on the ground, boom. You know, like. Anyways, okay. So, the next thing is you have that. Alright. What if I do it with, oh, okay. So this is with triangle. So, but this one, like, you can do back in R2 when it comes out in the air, but he won't do, yeah. So yeah. But what I don't know how to do is this one. I don't know what's designated as that. Let me try to figure out. No. Oh, okay, wait a minute. I somehow did it without hitting R2. Oh, okay. Wait. Oh, it's down, down. Okay, so with square, it's a weaker one. Triangle, it's a slower but stronger one. Okay, I think I got that. Too bad I can only do this with Captain America. I can't do it with anyone else. But also, all right. So R2 is their moves, and basically like everyone has Ryu moves, like, or the way to do it is Ryu moves. You know, of course, Captain America seems the most Ryu. But the way to do it is going to be the same. So, all right. And then he has this. So this is like, I'm thinking like a unique ability button or something. I don't know, because R1 is like is this. It's his shield, throwing shield button. So if I just press R1 by itself, he does that. If I press forward, he angles it more. So if I just do it by itself, he slams it to the ground and it just you know, rebounds up and down a couple times. If I hold forward and throw it, he angles it and then it comes down. If I hold back, oh, he does this. I don't know the significance of this. If I press down and R1, he just throws it straight up, which could be useful also. Alright. So now I know how that... So I know this isn't like a special move, like the other ones we've been seeing. Alright, I'm getting myself resituated again. I'm really uncomfortable right now. I'm trying to get comfortable. Okay. Anyways, alright, so I don't think there's anything else to check out at the moment, so let's continue this. Alright.
Freedom charge! Freedom charge!
Pressing triangle on R2 changes the properties of the skill. Oh, okay. Okay, so maybe this is how to do it. So, of course, if I do R2, alright, so then if I do triangle R2, okay, so that's how you do the angle version. Alright, so before I continue, let's check out... Oh, I'm hitting the wrong button. Oh, okay. Oh. Interesting. Interesting. Okay. Is that all the moves I wanted to do?
Freedom charge! Shield strike! Shield shock! Warring justice!
I wonder.
Push! Shield shock! Tabureo! Cray! Shield shock! Cray! Warring justice!
Okay. I can't link.
Warring justice!
I can do it in the air, but...
Cray! Shield shock! Cray! Freedom charge! Shield shock! Push!
Yeah, I don't think I'm gonna do it.
Shield strike! Shield strike! Shield strike! Shield strike!
Okay, so yeah, so if you can hit R2 and triangle, then you can do their alternate moves. So, okay, you're not, like, fucked over then. But, you know, you do have to hit, like, 2 buttons.
Warring justice! Warring justice! Freedom charge! Freedom charge! Living legend!
Okay, yeah. So it's unique attack. So R1 is for unique attacks for each character. So like I'm assuming like Spider-Man has web stuff or something.
受けてみろ。どうだ。
Oh,
さあ始めるぞ。アーマーの耐久テストだ。すまないなトニー。悪く思うなよ。相手が悪かったな。
the shield glows after doing that move. Like, does something change, or is it glowing because my meter is maxed out? I don't know.
シールドストライク。
Are the properties
シールドストライク。
look that?
シールドスト
What
ライ
is
ク。
the significance of the glowing? Is there significance of the glowing?
フリーダムス。人々の自由のために私は戦い続ける。それが我々ヒーローの声だ。相手が悪かったな。今だフリーダムス。これで終わりにする。耐えてみせろ。全力で戦う。正義のために。相手が悪かったな。 受けてみろ。どうだ。さあ始めるぞ。アーマーの耐久テストだ。すまないなトニー。悪く思うなよ。思い知ったか。 フリーダムス。今だ。このまま仕留める。今だ。そこだ。
I wonder.
ここで決めるぞ。そこだ。倒れろ。リーダムチャージ。
It wouldn't let me.
チャンスだぞ。いや、倒れろ。と、シールドショック。と、
Yeah, it would not let me auto combo.
人々の自由のために。君に勝ち目はない
Interesting.
ぞ。
So maybe I gotta do it myself.
Round 2. Fight!
Oh, okay. It lets me. All right, I'm gonna test shit out.
ここで決めるぞ。と、どうだ。フリーダムス。そこだ。
Oh, it doesn't matter because I don't have meter, so I can't do anything. Okay. Anyways.
が甘いぞ反撃開始だ
消えはせよ行くわよここまでよもらったわ
攻めが甘いぞ
消えはせよ行くわよ決まりね甘いわね
攻めが甘いぞ
さあ行くわよ
I'm trying to see if there's a way like I can
もらったわ
追撃する
extend it there. I feel like
反
there
撃
isn't.
開始だ
そこ吠えろもらったわ
追撃する
行かれ
Like he just recovers like
ま
right
だこれ
away.
からよ甘いわね
反撃開始だ
ラストリン
Yeah, he just recovers right away.
もらったわ
攻めが甘いぞ私が守る
いやさせるかやるわよいや終わりよここは私のフィールドにせよチャンスね
反撃開始だ
チャンスね
攻めが甘いぞ
That works.
そこよ
よし
受け取りなさい
チャージ リーダムチャージそらリーダムチャージ
Okay, so if I do this by itself,
リーダムチャージ
it does 7 hits. If I do
そう今だリーダムチャージ
okay. If I do
そうそうリーダムチャージ
that's
そうリーダムチャージ
not
倒れろリーダムチャージ
okay. So what I really want to do is
そうリーダムチャージ
let's see, or maybe I can do
あっくれあっ
no. I think it's better if I do this.
リーダムチャージ
Yeah. If I do square triangle circle, square triangle, square 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 square.
倒れろリーダムチャージ倒れろシールドショックよしリーダムチャージシールドストライクガステンだ任せろ
援護する
ガステンだかわすぜ
終わりよ
そんなもんで 射程範囲内だぜ。エレメンタルアウト。終わりじゃない。本気でやるぞ。リビングレジェンド。本気でやるぞ。リビングレジェンド。逃がしゃしねえぞ。そこは射程範囲内だぜ。エレメンタルアウトロー。
覚悟してこれだ。ジャージースタイルよ。どんなもんよ。
了解だ。任せろ。
行くわよ。
Yeah, it doesn't let me auto combo special.
行くよ。
それ。
やだよ。覚悟してこれだ。
But I can do it if I do it myself.
大成功。
So
行くよ。やれば。
KO.
私たちの勝ち。
チェック完了。いい感じです。基本動作に。それでは実戦テスト中に。あら、私がだそうです。
Brace yourself. Final round. Fight.
フリーダム2。
oh, wait, can he kill me? Oh, I just see it. Alright. I'm trying to. Don't mind do that. Damn. I try to see if I can hit it. Like that.
さあ始めるぞ。アーマーの耐久テストだ。すまないなトニー。悪く思うなよ。
KO.
実戦テスト終了。キャプテン、お疲れ。新型ソメ新たな。
Hey, that's cool and everything, but I want to get out of here.
Marvel Tokon. Fighting Souls.
I want to check something real quick.
こんにちはキャプテン。私はじめに基本動作のチェックです。指示に従って動かしてみてください。
Round 2. Fight.
チェック完了。いい基本それ実際だそうです。
Brace yourself.
Oh, okay.
Final round. Fight.
Alright, because there's something I want to try. I need Iron Man. Fucking just stop doing shit. Like, just stand there, dude. Just fucking stand there. Oh my god. Yeah, why wouldn't it let me? I thought if I held X, it lets me. Oh, whatever. Okay. All right, we're gonna try to do some shit. Sit my ass up. All right, we're just gonna do a few matches because it's getting late for me, and I don't want to get too into this thing. Oh, sorry about that. Nose has been stuffy as fucking usual. Anyways.
Brace yourself. Round one. Fight!
ご注文のパターンお待ち。
Oh my god! He fucking countered the shit out of that. Oh, this dude knows what he knows what he's doing. He knows what he's doing. Oh, he knows what he's doing.
Round two. Fight!
ご注文のパターンお待ち。ゴーゴーゴー。シールドストライク。シールドストライク。ほら。やってやる。まだいけるぞ。ご注文のパターンお待ち。ご注文のパターン。俺の春姿よーく見てな。エレメンタルアウト。感謝しろ。まだいけるぞ。当然。
Round three. Fight!
生きてやるぞ。リビングレジェンド。大丈夫だ。ご注文のパターン。そこは射程範囲内だぜ。エレメンタルアウト。ご注文のパターンをくれ。沈め。大丈夫だ。シールドストライク。とどめだ。まだまだ。シールドストライク。注文のパターン。そこは射程範囲内だぜ。エレメンタルアウト。
どの連合に組む。
生きてやるぞ。
Round four. Fight!
シールドストライク。シールドストライク。ブースト。シールドストライク。生きてやるぞ。リビングレジェンド。まだまだ続けてよ。ファイナースキルを見せてあげる。あれとかこれとかこれとかどれも。もう一つおまけに。乗ってけ泥棒。わお。なんだね。さあ、手をやっつけて。 思ったより手間取っちゃったな。そっちか。緊急システム起動。
Oh, motherfucker. What the fuck was that? He did. I almost came back on that one.
Brace yourself. Round one.
Damn it.
ご注文の爆弾お待ち。まだまだ。
Fucking shit, man.
Excellent.
当然。
Round two.
ファイナーシューシュートレ受け取って雲のスピードに追いつけるかな。ちょっとマジで遅すぎるんじゃない。いやウェブウェブオーバーヘッドグレネード入っちゃって何が出るかな。エレメンタルアウトローやるね。
Can't do anything. I can't do anything. He can do like this. I don't know what it's called. Fuck, man. How did that? Ugh. Yeah, because what sucks is that like he can catch me with like a low kick and then just fucking auto combo from there. So that does nothing for me. But yeah, so I can see the argument about the auto combos in this game. How do I change my team? I don't know how to change my team. I did not mean to do that.
We've got a hot. Brace yourself. Round one. Fight. Shield strike. Shield strike. Shield strike. Shield strike. Kasesu. Suguna. Kai. Ryokai da. Suguna. Freedom kill. Flying justice. Shield strike. Shield strike. Round two. Fight.
Make it one card. What the fuck is that? Damn it.
Round three. Fight. Shield strike.
貴様らには任せておくよ。ルーモンが倒れる。
相手が悪かったな。
ルーモンは敵で倒れる。消滅せよ。許さん。
君に勝ち目はないぞ。Round four. Fight. Shield strike. Shield strike. Shield strike.
The fuck? That was hilarious. Ah, motherfucker. What the fuck was that? I was blocking. Well, I was blocking? I don't know what happened there. I was totally blocking the low hits, and for some reason they were not, like, Yeah, it wasn't going through.
シールドストライクシールドストライク了解だいいかもまだいけるかくれ加勢する
What the fuck was that?
シールドストライク受けてみろ任せてよフリーダムチャージ攻めが甘いぞ
Oh, motherfucker! I keep getting close. Alright, I need to know how to fucking change my goddamn team. I don't want these guys as my team. I see... Wait, R1? There we go.
Spider-Man. Ms. Marvel. Ghost Rider. Brace yourself. Round one. Fight.
そうだよへっちゃらさよっしゃあファイナーシューシューウェブショットよっしゃへっちゃらってマイトップ
Oh, he definitely knows what the fuck he's doing. Like, down block is not registering. Bro, that is so cheap. I have no idea what that does, but he keeps doing it. But now I'm gonna die. Because I have no idea. I have no idea how he does that move. I don't know, and I don't know why it keeps happening.
Brace yourself. Round one.
I only try to jump forward. Yeah, I couldn't do anything. What the fuck? What the fuck happened there?
Excellent.
Why does down back block not work? Like, I was blocking his whole string and then all of a sudden, like, it just drops. Like, is that why a lot of people just... Like, I notice, like, they just go straight to the down attacks. Because it's like, is it not working right?
Ghost Rider. Brace yourself. Round one. Fight.
連打する
Yeah, I don't know what I'm doing with this Rider. Probably shouldn't have fixed them both.
仮説発射乗車そらそちらへ
Round two. Fight.
やるわ
全力で行くぞフルチャージそこは射程範囲内だぜエレメンタルアウト
That wiped out 75% of my health bar.
Assemble. Round three. Fight.
受けてんな行くわよ配達で前後する無駄だぜ見えるだろ
発生するわ
うりゃ主導
連打する
仕掛ける加速まだまだ
発生する
任せろゴーゴーゴーいいだろ案外警備この程度いいだろうお大事に
Fuck. Yeah, everyone knows what they're doing.
Captain America. Spider-Man. Star-Lord. Brace yourself. Round one. Fight.
熱源追尾ストライク熱源追尾ケストレイシールドストライク貫けワリングジャスティスここだケストレイ任せろ倒れろフリーダムチャージシールドストライクそこまでだ受けてみろ貫けロスコーワリングジャスティス発射しかもよっこれでどうだフリーダムチャージくらえ解体タイムフリーダムチャージ
Round two. Fight.
やるじゃないかスラムケストライクストライクシールドストライクシールドストライクスラムストライクシールドストライク熱や追尾ナンバー展開ケストレイワリングジャスティススラムケ了解だやるなおここだ任せろおうよそこまでだスラムケ
Fuck, he was waiting for that. I keep forgetting you can do that in this game.
思い知ったかフリーダムキャー
やるわ任せてよ
Oh lord. Fuck.
俺の番だ反撃開始だ丸やって大丈夫だ注文も爆発した何が出るかなエレメンタルアウトでもスピードに追いつけるかなイエーイフォッフォーちょっとマジで遅すぎるんじゃない
大きな拳でお仕置きよざっとこんなもんよつかないいっちゃうよ
I got my win. I'm done. Fuck you. You're getting your 3 and out. Alright. Fuck this.
Marvel Tokon fighting.
Yeah, man. Like 3 days later, and yeah, people know what they're doing. And I'm playing Japanese people. What I had to explain to someone was that, like, I feel like the difference between, I think in general with Japanese people is that when they do shit, they fucking do shit. They completely commit themselves to do it. So they do it. So with them, it's either like you fucking do it or you just get the fuck out. Like that's it. There is no middle ground. You know, and then with American players or players from other countries, they might be more like, oh, like this looks fun. Let me just, you know, play and goof around and have fun. And yeah, I feel like with Japanese people, like it's not quite like that. Like, and if it is, then they would play a game that's more suited to that. You know, they wouldn't go like straight into like competitive fighting. Like they wouldn't. So yeah, because some of my American friends, it's like, okay, they've been able to like get out some wins, things like that. And then here's me that's like, yeah, but you're not fighting Japanese players. Like they're all like fucking committed to this shit. Like they've been fucking spending like all weekend, you know, playing this, and it shows. Like there's people who like can fucking like take out like half your health bar. There was that one dude that took out like 75% of my health bar. So yeah, that's the shit that I gotta deal with. But anyways, before I go, I guess final thoughts about the game. Yeah, I mean it's really fun, but I have noticed some issues, especially in terms of like blocking and playing defense, especially as far as the auto combo goes. They might need to fix that. I think what they should do is that I think auto combo should only work like if it hits. I don't think you should be able to like auto combo on block, because that can be you know, like pretty mothering for someone. It's like, you know, now I'm just sitting there like trying to play defense, and then there's a lot of times where like I'm holding down back block, and I don't know, somehow I just like hit, like I'm sitting there like blocking, and then all of a sudden like a hit just goes through. So I'm not really sure like what's up with that, but it happens a lot, and I notice like a lot of people seem to go for the low attacks even if you're blocking, because it just, I don't know, it seems to be able to go through. But yeah, I think, you know, so I am understanding like some of the arguments about in regards to the auto combos and stuff, because they do seem like, you know, like pretty strong, and they do a lot of damage, and I heard that they did nerf it, but you know, I wouldn't know, but you know, like perhaps not enough. Um, I am trying to, like do my own combos instead of like mashing the buttons and then try to, link it into like a super myself instead of like, linking into super. And when I'm able to do that, I feel like it does make a little bit more of a difference, but not too much. But yeah, I could definitely see the issue with being able to do auto combos, like even if it doesn't hit. It's like, what's the point of an auto combo if you don't need to hit it? And it just at that point, it's not auto comboing, it's auto attacks. That's what it is. It's just an auto attack. So they probably, I think they really need to fix that. I understand that, they're trying to get the casual crowd involved in this game, and they want the casual players to feel good about themselves, just being able to tap buttons and things happen. But it undermines the gratification that one gets when you're able to do combos and stuff yourself. If you can just sit there and basically like rely on like auto attacks and stuff, especially like even if you're an advanced player, like if you're a high level player and you have someone that's like trying to like block and play, be on the defensive and whatnot, it's like you can just smother them with auto attacks. It's like, okay, like you won't let my combos go through, like I'll just fucking auto attack your ass. So but that's the whole point of a beta, is to, if there's problems like that with the game, because I remember when I was playing this game at Tokyo Game Show, I only had 10 or 15 minutes with this game. And of course, like, they ask for feedback and stuff like that, but it's like, I don't know what the fuck to tell you. But I already knew, though, that initially this auto combo thing could be a problem. That was the only thing that I knew for sure. And, coming from someone who's like an old school, like, fighting game player, especially after playing years of like Marvel vs. Capcom and stuff like that, it's a bit weird and different to be able to play a game where it's like I can do like these huge ass combos without like putting much effort to it. So initially I did believe that was going to be a problem. Now playing the game itself, I see that it can be more of an issue. So I think there definitely needs to be like some refinement, and I think they need to do something for people who are trying to be on the defensive, because it feels like I don't know, it just feels like I can't necessarily be on the defensive, but sometimes you try to get on the offensive and then you just do the wrong thing and it whips, and so I think there needs to be something to help people, like when they're like trying to block, instead of like penalizing them for like fucking blocking their auto attacks. But yeah, I think that's my thoughts so far, and that's probably like what I'll share when I have to put out info for the beta and stuff. But otherwise, I do think this is a really cool game. I did have a lot of fun with it, despite like having huge difficulties playing other people online. But playing online felt really, really smooth. I didn't feel like any issues or anything. This game is really pretty. I think there's a lot to this game that it can offer. And yeah, it's still the number one game that I'm looking forward to for sure for 2026. We got a lot of games coming out: Resident Evil, Onimusha, Grand Theft Auto. Fuck all that. I want this game. Like, this is the #1 game that I want to play, and I'm sure it's gonna have a pretty cool story mode and all that as well. So, but yeah, that's it for my Marvel Tokon Fighting Souls beta testing. I'm sure there'll be another one or so like in the future, and I hope to be involved in that as well. So this was a lot of fun. I hope to also like get to know some of the other characters more. I probably should have done more CPU battles, but I really wanted to play like online a bit. But I really should have done CPU battles so I can try to learn some of the characters, because I felt like for the most part I got Captain America, like, you know, like I got him down, but everyone else, it's like I'm just pressing buttons, I'm seeing like what's coming out. And you know, Spider-Man, I can do stuff as Spider-Man. Like that's it. But everyone else, like, yeah, I was kind of having trouble playing as them. So yeah, I probably should have done more CPU fights, but I didn't want to waste any more time. I wanted to just get into playing online while I could. But yeah, so hopefully the next iteration of the beta will have a training mode, because they're going to need a training mode for sure, because you're going to have returning players to the beta, and then they might add new people, and the new people are going to be at a huge disadvantage. Yeah, they can keep playing the CPU till they learn you know, what to do and everything, but you know, it's kind of hard to go and try to do things when you have, you know, an opponent that's like moving around and they're doing stuff too, and sometimes they do like stupid shit. You know, so I hope that for the next iteration that they do have a training mode. Like the fucking Avatar beta had a training mode, and that was like the first beta for the game, and it straight up had a training mode. So I'm sure this game is gonna get some shit about that, and I'm pretty sure, like, yeah, a lot of people are gonna say like, yeah, it would have been nice if you had a training mode, motherfuckers. Would have been nice. So yeah, so hopefully the next beta will have a training mode, and then I can properly sit there and try to lab this shit, because I was only able to lab Captain America because of the tutorial. That was the only way. So, but anyways, yeah. So I'm gonna have to go back to my non-Marvel Tokon Fighting Souls life, and yeah, await more news, information, and hopefully another beta. So, but yeah, I had a blast playing this, even though I only got to play for a few hours. Like, it was a lot of fun. Like, it was great. This was an awesome experience, and I am hoping you know, for some more in the future. Anyways, all right, so I'm gonna call it a night. Have a good night or whatever, and hopefully see you next time. Later.